it's SAWT here, and here on we have Compare and Contrast Essay Part 2. I've checked out my YouTube channel and I've realized that the first part of the Compare and Contrast Essay video was the one that was watched the most among my other videos, and I realized that, and there were a few comments and I got a few messages that some of the viewers wanted me to take another like a video about compare and contrast essay. So here I am with a new video on how to write a compare and contrast essay. We have a sample essay here, and as you guys know, since it's a compare and contrast essay, we have some critical parts which differentiate our essays, or like our essay types, from others. For example, there's a distinctive difference with disagreeing or agreeing type of essays with compare and contrast essays. So as you guys already know, the main purpose of this type of essay is to analyze the differences or the similarities of two distinct subjects. So that's how you can understand. Basically, it's an compare and contrast essay. Either you're comparing, or you're just only talking about the similarities, or you're doing the both. So it's up to you if you want to just talk about the similarities during the essay or differences, or in one body paragraph you can talk about the only the similarity, and the second body paragraph you can talk about the difference. But you should also identify your body paragraphs, I mean your topic sentences, in your thesis statement, so that the reader can understand, okay, you're going to be talking about the both sides of it. So also, in order to write a good one, we need to pick two different subjects that are different enough to be compared, because sometimes I know you guys are also studying, practicing writing a lot of essays, but when it comes to compare and contrast, you need to have you need to have enough similarities or differences to write them, because sometimes there are some topics I've seen on I've come across on the internet. It's so hard to find out what actually similarities are, or on the other hand, it's just the topic is so tough that you can't just find out what the differences can be, or you don't even have enough knowledge about the sentence itself. So yeah, just start with the easy ones. I mean, don't just challenge yourself from the very first moment, and then you can be a really good writer and you can get a good score on IELTS or TOEFL exam on the writing section. So here on this sample writing, or sample essay, our first sentence is always, we have always used so far pretty much the same strategy, and that which is starting off with a general statement. Our general statement is, first of all, sorry, I already forgot reading the question, and the question is, it has been said, not everything that is learned is contained in books. Compare and contrast knowledge gained from experience with knowledge gained from books. So we're going to be, our essay is going to be about knowledge gaining from experience and knowledge gaining from books. So already there are many stuff popped up into my head about writing the similarities and differences. So it's an easy one. That's what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. You need to have a distinct two subjects so that you can write similarities or differences about them. So our general statement here is, recently the importance of the knowledge has been increased. So general. I mean, it's not even talking about the books or anything like that. But we know that the books include a lot of information. So information is more general, and like the knowledge is more general. So that's why you need to pick the general subject to start off with. So then you're just starting narrowing it down. Always, it just goes from the general statement to the specific one that you're going to be talking about in your body paragraphs. So in our second sentence is that there are two ways to gain new information. Okay. First one is coming from when we read. The other is when we experience. So now we have just come to a point that we are about to answer the question that is given in our essay. So look, we started off with recently the importance of knowledge has been increased, and now we get to the point that I am going to be talking about which one I'm going to go for in the following sentences. So it says there are benefits for those two different methods to obtain knowledge in order to carry on our life better. I think that knowledge that is obtained from experience is a better way to get information, or even for becoming more erudite. So there you go. This here is our now thesis statement. As you guys can realize, it's just so obvious because here, like we were narrowing down. First one is coming from when we read, the other is when we experience. Then there's like another explanatory kind of sentence, and that which is there are benefits for those two different methods to obtain knowledge in order to carry on our life better. Still sticking into the question, and then I think that knowledge that is obtained from experience is a better way to get information, or even for becoming more erudite. So yeah, so it here is that it's just telling us the knowledge that is obtained from experience. Here we are now picking our sides. It should be either this or that, but here in this sample essay, the writer went for that one, experience. I mean the knowledge that is obtained from experience. So I want to highlight it in different colors so that you guys are not going to get confused. Okay. So okay, this is our thesis statement here, the one in the red color, and the explanation here is that now the next sentence is going to be about the little bit of a recap of what I'm going to talk about my body paragraph. Of course, our main topic is knowledge that is obtained from experience, but now I need to explain it, and that is going to be explained in the next sentence, and this is due to the fact that information is going to be more concrete and applicable to our lives. So there are the reasons are given here. So I want to highlight that part, because the information is going to be more concrete, okay, and applicable. Oh, I think it's not the best idea to highlight it in blue color. Okay, let me see in this one. Okay, yeah, it's much better now. So I mean, to summarize what we have done in the first part of our essay is we started with the general statement. Then we started narrowing down, and we came to a point where we picked our sides. So on this simple essay, we were given two sides on which we are having knowledge gaining from experience and knowledge gaining from books, and we went for knowledge gained from experience, and we in the very last sentence explained why that is much better, and because it also says like, in your opinion, which source is more important and why? So we're answering the question why here in our last sentence. So let's go to our first body paragraph, on which we're going to be explaining how and why we went for like the knowledge that is obtained from experience is a better way, and also we're giving more examples. We are going to give a lot of detail. So that's what it is all about. It's more general in the first part. In the first body paragraph, it's about giving examples, giving also a clear image about why the knowledge that is obtained from experience is a better way. So the knowledge we get from experiences are more obvious and permanent in our lives. Okay, so it explains, it just is backing up the last sentence, you know. It's just so permanent and obvious. It's just saying it's concrete in another way around. So it's basically explaining, giving us more details, you know. In contrast, the knowledge that is obtained from books can be forgotten in a small amount of time. So I'm not going to read the whole body paragraph. You can just pause the video right over here in the read by yourself, because it's just like you know, giving examples and like detailing the idea that we gave in our first part of our essay. But the main idea that we should not forget is that it is just backing up the last sentence here in the concrete part of it. So that's it, and just giving examples. And the second part of the body paragraph is that, you know, here we have the information that we get from experiences are also much applicable to our lives. So there you go. Now we are backing up the second statement here. I mean the last sentence, but the second point of it, much more applicable to our lives. So here the writer didn't use this, didn't look for really the other words and stuff, directly said applicable to our lives. That's what he mentioned also in the last sentence of the first part of our essay. Again, the same thing with the first body paragraph, giving a lot of you know, examples, detailing it, you know, just a clear image. That's what it is. The rest is all about it. So in the conclusion part, by way of conclusion, based on arguments explored above, although it seems much easier to learn something from books, also it's already discussed. It's already been discussed during those two body paragraphs. So it does not only give you just, of course, you hear like, for example, in the first body paragraph, you say that, okay, this is what my side is, this is what I think it's a better way, but also you just compare with the other part, that which is knowledge gained from books. So in the conclusion part, you also just like you just touch upon that part. I mean, although it seems much easier, and you know, it's mentioned here in those two body paragraphs, it's because it's easier or something like that. So you just say it again. Although it seems much easier to learn something from books, knowledge that we get from our experience are more important for us. So in general, the information that we get from experience are concrete and applicable, and that's why it is more important. And at the end, you just say it just because it's concrete and applicable, and that's why it's more important for us. So at the end, you just finish off your essay with explaining the question why in a more general way, also including your 2 body paragraphs and what you're talking, and then you're gonna have a nice and easy finish. Here it's just like a 3 sentence. It's just like it could have, I mean, it could be more. You could give more examples, of course. You could say, although it seems much easier to learn something from books, maybe let's say like gaining knowledge from experiences, since gaining knowledge and experience are more obvious and permanent and also applicable to our lives, it is more prominent for us, or stuff like that. So by doing that, you also you know, touching upon again your body paragraphs or your topic sentences. So that's it for today, guys. I mean, this was the video that was requested from some of the subscribers, and I hope you guys are gonna like it and enjoy it. Keep liking it, keep subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and give a thumbs up. I'll be posting as much videos as possible about writing essays soon. So just check out my channel and watch some other videos of mine, and just even you can send me a private message. I mean, I look forward to that, and thanks for watching, and bye for today.